Good morning. We're here to celebrate 19 years of ministry from Pastor Steve and Cathey Byrd. And what a joy it's been to have them with us. But we thought maybe for especially some of our newer members, it might be interesting to find out some more information just about how they met and what God's done in their lives over these past 19 years of ministry here. So we have Cathey Byrd set up with a remote camera, and we're going to be interviewing her this morning. Good morning, Cathey. How are you?
Oh, hi.
Well, Cathey, let's go back when you and Pastor Steve first met, and a lot of our members would be interested in knowing what it was like when you guys first met. I've heard his impression before of what he thought when he first saw you, but what did you think he thought when he first saw you?
You're thinking, that poor old homeless woman. She doesn't have anything.
Oh, well, I'm sure he didn't really think that. But, Cathey, tell us, what was Pastor Steve doing when you first met him? Was he preaching then, or what kind of job did he have? What was he doing when you first met him?
He was homeless, too. I could relate to that.
Well, I understand it took Steve a while to get up the nerve to ask you out. When he finally did, where did you go on your first date?
I wouldn't know if I'd go eat breakfast with her. But I thought, well, I'll see what's up. So, we went and we ate breakfast. I just kept waiting to see what the punchline was going to be.
I guess the punchline you're talking about was when he was going to pop the question and ask you to be his wife. You guys move fast, don't you? Well, tell us about that. How did you feel when he finally popped the question?
Well, I couldn't get to that altar fast enough. I still don't know why he cared about me, or why he loved me so much. I'm just glad he did.
I think we understand. It's Pastor's deep capacity to love that has touched many of our lives. We understand you've just celebrated your 37th wedding anniversary. After 37 years of marriage to Pastor Steve, do you still feel the same today?
You know what? I haven't felt the same since.
Well, time does have a way of changing some things, doesn't it? Cathey, I can't help but to notice that it looks like you're living out of a shopping cart. What's happened? What's going on?
Let me tell you my story. You may not believe this, but a few years ago, I was a housewife in a neighborhood not too far from here. My husband, he had a good job. And then one day, they just didn't need him anymore. I really think his drinking had something to do with that.
We're so sorry to hear that, Cathey. We certainly understand. Tell me, now that Pastor Steve isn't working, how are you guys going to get by financially?
Do they know my Lord? Do they know how much I really have? Oh, it may look like I don't have very much. But because of Jesus, I have everything I need.
Well, it's good to see you have such an attitude of faith about this, and we know that God will certainly provide for all of your needs, and He always has and He always will.
Oh, these socks. I don't know why they threw them away.
Well, it's good to see God's providing for you, Cathey. Listen, a lot of folks are wondering, now that Pastor Steve has resigned his position here at the church, will you guys still come to the church? What will your involvement be now?
Okay, I'll go to church and I'll just sit in the back and, just stay real low-key. Imagine me staying low-key.
Tell me, Cathey, go back with me 19 years when you first came to Garr. Tell me what you felt when you first came to Garr Memorial Church.
You know, I never felt such love from strangers before. I think those people really cared about me.
Well, I understand. It really is that love and that deep sense of connected family that we feel here that makes Garr so very special to everyone. And you've been a part of making it that type of an environment. And we just want to thank you and Pastor Steve for 19 years of loving us.